Alright, hello everybody, how's it going? Happy Sunday. Hope y'all are having a good one. We're back. Another weekend stream. We're going to do the rest of Signalis, I think, anyway, today. I believe there's one chapter. We just started chapter 3 in our last playthrough after kind of a false ending, if you will. I don't want to say too much in case you haven't seen it already for yourself, but yeah, apparently there's like a whole nother chapter yet, so we'll endeavor to finish that today, and then I think that'll probably finish the game. If not, then I guess I'll be a little pleasantly surprised probably, and we'll do another stream of it to finish, but I'm assuming it'll probably just be one off, so yeah, that is the plan for today. We'll go ahead and do a little bit more of this. It's been pretty well paced, actually. Like, I'm trying not to rush my way through this game, and I don't really feel like I have, but I'm at the same time trying not to take too long with it, just since my stream days have been so limited lately. And I've got some plans for other games as well. Most particularly, I want to make sure that I can play Callisto Protocol when it comes out here in, well, not long from now, actually. It's like a week. But yeah, we'll be playing that pretty much when it releases. At least that is the plan anyway. And yeah, I've got other games I want to play as well, but I probably won't try to do anything big before Callisto Protocol comes out, just so I'm not in the middle of that, of like something else when that releases. But yeah, so let's go ahead, continue. Alright, so we last left off, we're back at like the first base area. We once again have no map. We did briefly, like, for most of chapter 2, we had no map when we were down in like the weird flesh area. And then the game appeared to kind of end, but then it wasn't really an end because you hit begin again and there's no like load data or continue or anything, which is obviously suspicious. So you hit begin again and the story seems like it's starting out again, but it's different. So it's clearly still continuing. And we've kind of woken up in the same base that we were in before, except after the initial crash, I mean, but now stuff's even worse here than it was before. So we'll see how it goes. Also, we've scavenged ourselves some different armor, so we've got the kind of the white suit now. Also, hey Anna, I have to go get a package in about 10 minutes, but I'll be back pretty quickly. No worries, no worries. Take your time. Hope you're doing well, though. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Turn my volume down slightly. It seems a little loud to me. Maybe not for y'all, but at least in my headphones anyway. I'm a little tired still. I tried to take like a quick nap before stream today because I didn't want to like the last couple times I've streamed, I kind of didn't really eat much before I streamed. Just because like my sleep schedule is so messed up. But I tend to get tired in the middle of the day, and most likely if I eat anything, especially if it's going to be like not even that big of a meal, but just like a standard sized portion meal, you know, but especially if it's like if it's got like much in the way of any carbs, like I just want to crash because my sleep schedule is so messed up, and I'm not getting enough sleep at night, basically, is the long and short of it. So lately, like when I'm gonna stream, I usually just don't eat much, if anything, before I stream, but sometimes like I might get sucked into a game and stream for like 5 hours or more, so I try to not eat nothing so I'm not completely screwed. But the point is, lately I've only been kind of like snacking beforehand, which is still not great. But today I was just like, all right, I don't want to do that. I've got some leftover Thanksgiving food to eat still, so I'm just going to eat like a little bit of that and then just plan to kind of take like a quick nap, which I did, except I just didn't fall asleep as quickly as I wanted to. So I still feel a little groggy, but that should go away. Hope you're well even though you're tired. Yeah, I'm pretty much good otherwise, just Just a little sleepy still. Alright, so we're going to continue. We got our pistol back out. We could swap out for the revolver. I'm going to, I guess, just continue to run around with the pistol for the moment. We might need our flashlight or something, but I haven't gone through this door yet, so let's just see what's ahead of us first. I do see an enemy up there. She looks like one of the bigger ones, but it's kind of hard to tell from here. Also, there's a lot of flesh. There's a lot of flesh everywhere. You've been here before. Yep, I do recall. I guess we can reopen this. I wonder if that's why this safe before, because this is the one that didn't stop being highlighted on the map. I guess we could try opening this again, except the question is it going to tell me the code? I don't remember what it was. This is the one that it was the... Well, actually, this is the one that was not a frequency. It was in that memo. Or not the memo, but the manual, like the default code. If I can remember what it is. Okay, let's see. That's the memo about it, but that won't have the... It's this one. 204512. Let's see if that works. Still works. It's the same key I think we got out of here before too, which is interesting. They do still let you in, mess with this safe though, which is weird. Like, it does feel like there's meant to be something else you're supposed to do with this thing, but I can't... As far as I can tell, it doesn't seem like you're able to actually do anything. If there was like a hidden panel in it, that'd be cool, but... At the very least, I don't seem to be finding anything. Those flesh noises. Can't mess with anything on the door either. Alright. We got our classroom key. Does this say anything different? Look like it. They've given us a fair bit of explosive rounds, so we should probably be using that soon. More particularly on, like, these long-faced ones. Those ones are a little bit tougher to kill. Let's shoot one just once with a grenade round just to see what it does. I don't want to waste it so much, but... Oh, crap. Alright, that worked out okay. This one got double hit, so it's not like it won't get back up, but I don't have to stomp it now. So that worked out pretty much the way I was hoping it would. But I'm not going to carry quite so many guns around. Let me move some stuff here. I think let's retire the pistol for the moment. We can bring the grenade or the flare gun with us with grenade shells. It's a bit spicy, but we can just kind of try to use it for emergencies. Just try our best to go around enemies where I can. Was our save data redacted there? Looked like it was. I didn't get a chance to really look at it closely. Yeah. Something or other. Staff room. Does this say anything different now? You'll regret this later. Just the same note, but still like it. But yeah, I don't have any flares, so sure would love a map again. It would be nice to once again have a map. Oh, I'm gonna need my light. I suppose I should have known that was gonna happen. But yeah, the ones with the long faces, or whatever you want to call it, it's like they have a limb attached to where their head's supposed to be, like a leg or something. I mean, it's not even really like that. It's just like a long conical shape. I don't really know what it's supposed to be. But they've got like really long reach with the way that they can lunge. But we haven't gotten any kind of like file on them. And I don't expect to get like a normal file like describing what kind of android they are, because they don't seem like a normal android. They look like an android that's been kind of like butchered, because they don't have arms anymore, but like a leg or an arm or something has been attached to where their head is supposed to be, or over top of their head. And they just use it to lunge at you, but they can do it from a pretty far distance, so most of the other enemies have to get fairly close. But not them. Let's see you up there. Oh, come on, really? That did not hurt you? What am I stuck on? What the hell? It's like I guess there's a pillar there, but I couldn't move. Yeah, that room kind of did not go well. Alright, but we're alive. It's fine. Hopefully we don't have much reason to backtrack right now. Gotta go? No worries. Rooms like that are definitely a little bit more rough. I mean, we could have probably just gone around them. I can always reload a save if I need to. I guess we're going down. I don't really see anything else to really look at or do, so... what's going on with you there, Adler? You've changed. I mean, you've changed. You look... I mean, all I see is your eye for the most part, but the bit of your face I can see looks weird. It's like everything was taken apart. See, he looked normal during that first, like, bit of his animation there, and now he's, like, completely red and messed up. Or normal-ish, I should say. It's like everything was taken apart and put back together by someone who doesn't understand how it works. I have become whole again. Uh-oh. I wear no mask. And I hate everything. Perhaps this is hell. Space intentionally left blank. Now. Route front. Is that the planet we're on now? And that would make sense. I don't remember if it specifically said we were in route front before. But I feel like that might have been the case. I know that when we crashed, we were on like a cold, snowy planet, and it seemed, I don't know if we were specifically still in the same place every time, but... Okay. So we have another planetary chart thingy. Oh, interesting. That looks like the hole that I climbed through originally, except obviously it's like tiny. So we have to mess with these probably. Wait. Okay, yeah, no, I can. Should probably be able to do all of them, but I'm gonna have to figure out what we need to kind of like eclipse there. So let me look around first to see what we can learn. Are there two different doors here? Do I have a map? I do. Fuck yes. It feels so good. Is that a submachine gun? I'll take it. Okay. Ammo for it. 8mm. Okay. Postbox. I like that I had to double click that. And commando requisition. Your requisition request for a Type 84 submachine gun was successfully processed. Responsible body, Aeon Commando Rot Front Nord. Blah, blah, blah. Type 84 Drash. Burst fire. Okay, okay. Be care, wait. Photo store keys. The locksmith said it will take at least a period until the replacement key is done. My niece currently has the only other key, but she's still at the hospital right now. Okay. To the blockward of Sector C, there are rumors that there is an Imperial spy active in your area. A Protector Special Operations Unit has been dispatched from Aeon headquarters on Heimat to investigate and should arrive within 6 to 12 cycles. Needless to say, should they be successful, they will not reflect well on your record. You know what to do. KLBR R1604, as every season, your performance will be subject to a review by local command soon. Remember that this review will determine if you will be marked for replacement. Bookstore keys. I understand that you need entry to the bookstore for your patrol, but we do not have a spare key for the front door. However, you can use the back entrance to get into the store. It's secured with a keypad. The code is the birthday of my daughters. Note they were born on Veneta. Check the last 6 digits of their PKZ numbers. Kind regards. Ito. Relocation, no. Okay. Download all, please. I like that I like manually had to do that, because normally, like most logs, I think, you know, you just kind of get them automatically, but in this case, like, oh good, I was hoping I was like heading towards a save, but I didn't think I was. Alright, guess we gotta do some inventory management. Let's put this away, We could try this submachine gun out. I'm assuming it's not going to be very high damage, but hey, what's up, Karate? How's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend, dude. Oh, good. It's only one flare, but it's better than nothing. I'm sure we're going to need to clear some enemies here. Let me... Do I want to keep it? I must have taken a fair bit of damage, because I don't seem to be healing beyond caution at the moment, so I guess we'll use one repair spray. It does heal over time, but usually it's not that long. Feeling better today? Doing meal prep? Nice. What you prepping? I hope the submachine gun is good. I don't have a ton of ammo for it, is the only thing. Automatic submachine gun with a collapsible stock. Fires 3-round bursts from 8mm compact ammo from a 30-round magazine. Type 84 Dratch. Despite the smaller caliber, burst fire allows for improved damage, especially when quick target acquisition is required. Recoil, handgun ammunition. Optimized for Adam. God, I cannot talk today. Automatic fire. I gotta get over this grogginess because I'm like completely mixing up words right now. Okay. Let me go to the right before I go further down this hallway. See if there's any other avenues we can take that don't require us to fight things yet. But I just had a feeling that our save point would be up to the left, so I'm glad I chose that way. Nothing in the trash. This will be for the bookstore, but we don't know what his daughter's birthday is yet, so we'll have to look around, I guess. Did it say anything else? Bookstore keys. The code is the birthday of my daughters. Note they were born on Veneta. Check the last 6 digits of their PKZ numbers. I'll have to just figure what exactly that means. Making turkey chili, broccoli marinara, spaghetti and meatballs, and hibachi steak and chicken. That all sounds really good. You making the turkey chili out of some Thanksgiving leftovers, or just extra turkey that you have? There's another lift there. I don't know if we'll be able to activate it at some point. It is covered up in tape, so probably not, but I'm assuming we're going to have to do something about this. Blocked by a gas leak. Need a hand wheel. Turn that off. Alright, let's go... Let's go left. We have... Actually... She might be a better target for taking down with our thermite, or well, dispatching permanently with our thermite, although she has a shield too, which means she might be a bit of a problem for knocking down with a submachine gun, so let's go this way. They really want to throw lots of enemies at this point. Can't tell. I think I hurt myself with that explosion, but maybe not terribly. I hope I burned the right one there, or if it somehow burned both of them, even better. At least they're giving me more of these grenade shells. Fuck, of course there's debris there that I can't get around. I hope that's all that was in there. Looks like there's a playing card embedded in the paint of the painting. Paint layer is too thick to remove the card without dissolving the paint first. I guess if you're trying to not tear it, I suppose that would make sense. And to check. Doesn't look like there's anything else in there that we can loot, so we can ignore that room. How's your day going so far? Pretty good. I'm a little groggy because I tried to take a nap before I streamed, just because I wanted to. I was saying before, just my sleep schedule's still really messed up, and I have a tendency, because I'm not really sleeping enough at night, I have a tendency to want to try to take a nap sometime, or, well, not even so much that I want a nap, but just that I end up feeling like crashing really hard in the middle of the day, most particularly like right after I eat something. Some of that's also probably complications from like my stomach being super messed up from the ulcer that I had, but yeah, like if I eat anything like even remote, it doesn't even have to really be heavy. If I eat anything that's not extremely light, sometime usually I'll end up like a little while after that feeling kind of crashy, and I'll be able to kind of like fix that soon. It's just, you know, my sleep schedule's been all over, my work schedule's kind of been all over. I've been trying to fit in streams where I could. Everything's just kind of fucked up right now, but yeah, anyway, so I felt like eating a little bit before I streamed this time, because the last couple times I tried to basically not eat much of anything, which, you know, it worked out okay. I didn't feel like crashing so much, but the only issue was, you know, if I don't eat at all before I stream, then I tend to kind of feel not so great, you know, especially if I go for a while, I'll start to get kind of headachy. So I had a little bit of Thanksgiving leftovers just to eat before I streamed, which I wouldn't call light, but I didn't eat a lot of it. And then the plan was to just try to like take a nap like sometime after I ate, so that I wouldn't feel too tired like in the middle of streaming. I'll have to come back here for the paint thing, but I want to do at least get that out of the way, so it's one less object we gotta worry about picking up later. But yeah, so I'm still feeling a little groggy, but, you know, I'm sure I'll wake up as we go on with the stream. I want to use the stun prod on probably the shield enemy that's in the other hallway, just to get her down quickly. And I guess if we're going to go that route, actually, I know it's a lot of back and forth, but I'll switch back to the submachine gun to use it on the other enemy in there. There might be more than one enemy. I should probably even just use the straight up pistol. I don't have any flares to take them down permanently, but it's at least something. It's just the shield enemy that represents a more significant problem. Did I go this way yet? Oh, right, gas. Checked out this, and we can't get in there yet, or at least I don't know the code off the top of my head. Fuck you, come on. She did not want to stomp the way I was trying to. Alright, that works out. Sure wish I had a few more flares, though. Unlocks from the other side. Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. So we can't even do anything in this hallway right now, so that was a big old waste of ammo, but I guess it's fine. I don't really feel like trying to reload just to recover that. If that's the case, though, like, I guess we have to go up the ladder. That seems like our only other choice now. Go grab my grenade gun again. Or maybe, actually, do we have any... How much shotgun ammo do we have now? Probably enough to do something with. Maybe clear a room out. But yeah, Karate, I don't know if the ulcer issue or the complications from it are completely gone, but for the most part now it seems to more or less be better. I'm still trying to take it easy and just be careful with kind of what and how I eat. But for the most part, I don't seem to have to worry so much about it now. Doors labeled 0512. There's tape in front of this door. There's a minimum of 3 enemies in this room. I keep getting stuck on shit. They've really kind of amped up the difficulty by this point. Or at least to make it to get in and out of rooms without getting hurt anyway. Nightmare, did I say hello? I meant to. I may have been saying something else at the same time. Hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Plastic container for developing photographs. Its label indicates that it is that an undeveloped photo is inside. I guess let's go drop this off since our inventory space is still rather limited, and we're probably going to need to keep our flashlight. Although, we haven't exactly found a room to develop stuff like this in. Tell you what, since it's just one shell... no, actually... Oh, okay. This was a weird detour. I'm just going to leave it in there, because maybe we'll find something where we can develop it. Actually, no, we won't, because I forgot there's a photo store. Alright, sorry for all the back and forth. I'm just like, what do we do here? Alright, I'm going to not heal. I guess I'll save it since I'm here, but... Sadly, no, my Sunday ended and it sucked. Fever and sore throat, felt too weak to do anything. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know you've been kind of sick a lot lately. I obviously have been, you know, other than so much recently and just my sleep schedule being fucked up because of it, like, I'm better now, but I had, like, a lot of back-to-back sicknesses, and I know that, you know, I know how rough that can be when it just seems like you're constantly on the outs. For one reason or another. I'm surprised she let me run past her without her aggroing. Well, there's the wheel we need for the gas. Monfest celebrations canceled over safety concerns. The seasonal Monfest celebration, a young but well-established tradition in most Rotfront sectors, will not be allowed to take place until further notice. The Protector Public Office has announced today. There is a credible threat to public safety that is currently under Protector investigation. Citizens are only to leave home for work and report all suspicious activities to their block warden. When pressed about the rumors of an Imperial spy living in Sector C, the Protector Public Office only repeated their appeal to citizens to report all suspicious activities to a Protector. There's 3 items in this room to pick up. I want the rifle ammo. I think there's revolver ammo over there. Just don't stagger, I guess. No, I think I hit it. I didn't need to shoot again there. That's okay. Actually, there's another item here, but I guess we can use this to heal. But I want the revolver ammo, and I don't want to have to come back for it. This is a waste, but I'm just going to use both of these. I don't want to have to come back to this room right now. I mean, we'll probably end up coming back through here since there's a shortcut door, but I don't know how much we're going to try using so many of these rooms when we don't have to, because... Or if we don't have to, because these have some difficulty getting through them unscathed. Also, welcome back, Anna. Still ice on the gravel road. Gets really gnarly. Frozen gravel sounds pretty bad. I don't think I've driven too often on gravel roads that are also slick with ice. I definitely have, but thankfully not too often. Since most of the road is uphill, and there's an especially sharp and leaning curve that can be a bit tricky if you don't position yourself right. Yeah, it sounds a little rough. God damn it, I'm always stuck on something. I was gonna just like make my move and run past, and then I was just like stuck on the edge of the crate there. Oh well, doesn't seem to have noticed me. I'm curious if there's anything else in this room to get. I don't want to fight 2 cone-faced enemies just to find out, but there's 2 doors too, is the thing. This one is locked. I've only got 2 shotgun shells left too, so I need to switch to another gun. It's kind of my issue currently, is just that, like, it's not so much that I'm out of ammo, but I don't have much. For like each gun. There's definitely some I've got a fair amount in though, so we'll switch like probably back to the grenade flare gun. Or maybe we'll just use the revolver for a bit. I'm trying to save the rifle for armored enemies, which I guess the cone-faced ones probably are somewhat armored or something. Yes, for anyone who didn't see it, we have a submachine gun now too, but its damage is good in bursts. It's a little, weak per shot, but the only issue with it, again, is that I don't have tons of ammo for it, so I don't want to just go through it really fast. I guess we can go use the hand wheel, so we should definitely do that. Give me a revolver, I guess, for now. Let's go with 8 shots. Let's go with... no, not 11. Let's go with 9 extra shots. At least the revolver's pretty strong. It's not crazy strong, but it definitely works well against shield enemies. It still takes, like, 3 or something shots to take down one of the I should just call them cone heads, but... unless I catch one by surprise, which honestly I should probably start doing more. I keep trying to like sneak around rooms as best I can to not get noticed, but I feel like there's gonna just have to be times where I'm gonna have to be proactive and shoot things when I have the drop on them, because they seem to take more damage when they don't notice you. I was just wondering if this could be turned again. Okay, we'll take the acetone. Take that. We're definitely not low on heals, but I wouldn't say we're as flush as we used to be either. Like, we've got plenty, but I wish we had, like, tons of repair patches still, kind of. What the fuck? Oh, that's just flesh. I thought there was, like, a weird cloaked enemy in front of me. I don't really feel like dropping down into the meat grinder just yet. I think I'll hold off. We'll come back. So we got a blue disc, more revolver ammo, but I don't think I can pick up all of it. So we'll come back and snatch the rest of that. Should be like 3 more on the ground there. It would be nice. I realize that it's the law to only carry 6 items. I do wish that with our armor upgrade that they would have given me let's just store like 6. I kind of wish they had given me like an extra inventory slot or 2. Or even just like, because like I've got like these little side pouches now on my legs and stuff, on my hips. It'd be cool if they could have just even just give you one. And they might, you know, there might be just one laying around or something, but they specifically made this note in the beginning of the game, like, oh, you're only allowed to carry 6 items because it's the law. But I'm just like, do we care about the law right now? Sure, we couldn't just, you know, get a little fanny pack or something to help us out. What does this say? Blue magneto-optical, I wanted to say magneto. Magneto-optical data storage diskette for use in office computers. There's no label on the disk apart from the manufacturer's mark. Well, we should be able to take that back to the computer that we got the other files off of. At least I assume that's the case. I'm not jumping down there just yet. Although that is probably going to be rapidly one of our only places we can go. I think there was still some stuff we could do upstairs too, though. Sure. Wait, it's not in here. It's literally in the room preceding the save room. Use blue diskette? Yes, please. Antenna, transmit, Osrict. It may not seem like it to you guys, but I'm actually like, I have to double click things. It's like I'm just actually using a regular mouse, even though I'm on a controller, but I just love the clicking noise. Okay. 210, 125. So those are signal repeated to local. Set your frequency to 210 or 125, but then I can rotate these. read me. Due to the power rationing, only a limited number of antennas on the grid are powered at a time. To determine which antennas are currently powered, use the antenna program to triangulate the correct antenna. Take note of the antenna where the test signal can be heard on both dishes. In the transmit program, enter the antenna number and select the correct sound file to broadcast. Polytone magpie bells. So are we just looking for a spot where they can cross? Like appropriately? I don't know. It's kind of confusing. I mean, we could try 27. I don't know that makes sense. Okay. So like 43 maybe? Not sure that they need to be overlapping. I don't know what this is supposed to do. It just seems like this is the only one that gets you any kind of like signal. And they can both hit it, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Due to the power rationing, only a limited number of antennas in the grid are powered at a time. To determine which antennas are currently powered, use the antenna program to triangulate the correct antenna. So we know that 43, I guess, is powered. I think that's what we're meant to take from that. But then... I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone for now. We know that it's transmitting something. We probably need something to hear the transmission. Save it. Okay, can we go back up the ladder, I guess? Figure out what else we have yet to do up here. If there is anything. Not sure that there was, actually. There is this room. Oh, okay. There's that room, which had another door at the end. We may just need to jump down in the meat grinder area, because the other doors here were locked, I think. I think let's just go, because I don't know. The door at the end of that other room might not be locked, but we at least know the other direction has an opening, so rather than fighting our way through that room just to find that it's another dead end is not something I want to do right now when we aren't sure. This one, all the avenues were locked, so let's go here. That something showed up on my screen for a second there. Okay. And jump down into the meat grinder, I guess. I was kind of joking that it was a meat grinder, but it really looked like one. I didn't assume that we would actually jump into a meat grinder, but here we are. Not sure why your meat grinder would, like, lead to another floor to begin with, but unless there's just, like, a broken thing in the bottom of it, perhaps. Anticipating crawlers in here somewhere. Somebody's, like, corpse shadow is, like, right there. Some teeth. Pick up tower. Maybe not just yet. Only got one space, I think, so let me just see what else is in the room first. Million Starvers Imperial blockade continues. Due to the ongoing transit of Kitez, ration shipments to Veneta have been disrupted by Imperial forces again. Millions of Yusan citizens must starve for yet another month as Imperial missile frigates in Kitez orbit critically damaged one of our humanitarian convoys on their way to Veneta, sending diplomatic efforts with the Empire into another crisis. The orbit of Kitez will continue to block free travel between Veneta, Rotfront, and Heimat for another 8 seasons, which leaves our liberation troops on Veneta stranded on the desolate ocean world with minimal support. Convoys will continue to be sent despite the Imperial blockade. Only through perseverance can we rebuild what remains of Veneta. There as well for the moment. We got some shoddy shells, submachine gun rounds, a key card. That's everything that's in here, but I'll come back. Let's see what else we got. Okay. We had like 2 normal enemies and a shield enemy approaching us, I think, there. I just had to kind of like give myself a moment to think about how I was going to handle that room. What? Am I actually too close? I can't see. Fucking putting way too much shit on my screen. I didn't really see which one it was. Wait, let's say 97? It's the one, alright. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. At least those guys don't seem like they become a problem after you've killed them. Although I don't think I've had to go back into their rooms very often. I don't want to leave tons of things just laying around, but until I know that I have, like, a storage box, I have to, like... Okay, cool. Alright, patient key. Just start stashing shit. Straight up ditch the weapons for the moment, even. Why such a big meat grinder, I wonder? Who knows? Got a lot of meat to grind. I guess that's all to pick up in here. That's still locked. Left a bunch of shit in here. Why can I still interact with this? Every once in a while they leave stuff here where it's just like, oh yeah, you can interact with these. Maybe we can like dump the acetone on this or some shit. And it'll fuck with the flesh. So there could be something else under it, I suppose, but it didn't say anything. Hey Tombshire, how's it going? What's this game? It's pretty much what you see, except it's very much a survival horror, like, inspired by Resident Evil and, or like, classic Resident Evil and Silent Hill type games with a 2D, 3D pixelated perspective. And we're playing as, like, an android. Actually, we could probably take the shotgun again. So that ladder's probably going to lead up to a door that'll probably unlock from the other side, if I had to guess. Oops. That particular emote is not a Dark Souls emote. That is a Darkest Dungeon Crusader. The sub badges that I have, and I need to make more of those. I've been slacking, but those are based on Dark Souls shields. I'll probably have some other Dark Souls emotes eventually, but yeah, mostly it's a variety of different things. I do have a Sekiro emote, actually. Need to put something in a scanner here. Matrix code scanner. Maybe that'll be for the tower key, but that's probably not it. It's probably for something else. See one for Zagreus. I have 120 something hours in Hades. Yeah, Hades is a great game. I'll probably stream it again eventually. I haven't really felt in the mood to play Hades for a while, but I played a lot of it on stream and off stream. Alright, so we found another shortcut door back, I'm assuming. Which one is this, though? Okay, cool. That's actually, like, probably the best one. Hey, Dodo. How's it going, dude? Hope you're doing well. I feel like, unless there's something behind where that enemy is standing, and I don't think so, this is probably a room we don't have to be proactive in terms of fighting. It's big and open enough, and if we just take our time through it, we can kind of just walk by shit. As long as we don't walk into the room with a light on. Headache is gone. Feel a ton better. Nice, dude. Glad to hear it. Okay, so... in here... alright, that one was locked. This one is just a way back. This leads to a save, but also... what was up here again? Another ladder. So what was off to the right before we go any further? Anybody else looking forward to Callisto Protocol? I'm definitely going to try to stream it pretty much right when it's available and comes out. I'm sure some people will probably have like early review copies or something, but that I will not be one of those somebodies. I mean, it's not like I can't ask for one technically, but obviously I don't have like a big, any sort of large channel. I believe that said 152. I only have a shotgun, though, is the thing. Tell which one it was. I think we'll come back. Come back here with a different gun. Go, 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 go. Oh my god. She really likes to get stuck a lot. The Red Eye. There exists a strange folklorish idea in many sectors of Rotfront related to pareidolia, the tendency to see meaningful images in random patterns, like seeing a face in an ink blot or letters in a smudge of dirt. It is well known that the so-called red eye is simply an anticyclonic storm produced by a high-pressure region in the atmosphere of Rotfront's planet. Yet for some of the early settlers of Rotfront, this natural phenomenon became symbolic of their struggle and way of life. That red spot in the sky became a perfect metaphor for the ever-present surveillance by the protectors and the tight grip of the central government on Heimat. Even today, the idea of an unblinking watchful eye observing their every move still resonates strongly with the people here. During the celebration of Mondfest at the end of each season, adult citizens will be sometimes given students ration marks, that have been dipped in red paint. Officially, the red paint is said to represent the blood of those who died in the revolution, but the red coins share an eerie resemblance to that red eye. Or is it just oh my god, I cannot say that word properly. Pareidolia, too. Should you ever receive one of those red eye ration marks, remember to clean off the paint with acetone or a similar paint thinner. Spending or regifting paint covered coins is considered to bring bad luck. I forgot that we picked up acetone and didn't go back to that painting. I'll do that when we go back up. Okay, so this is open now, but I prefer not to come back through this hallway, I think. I don't... Other than to go here, I don't know that there's a reason for us to. The other door is locked. I'm sure we'll end up coming through that one, too, but... Your game well, I'm not a game tester, Tombshire, but I do work with Future Press to write guides. So it's not quite the same thing. Like, I'm not to say that game guide writers, strategy guide writers, never have any feedback for devs, because sometimes we do. Though it does kind of depend on when the guide is being written, because there are occasions where a project for a game, we might start working on it well before the game is released, in which case the developers are still working on the game, and sometimes because we're playing it like other game testers would be, they'll ask us for feedback. So as was the case with Horizon Forbidden West, despite the fact that we are in no way developers ourselves or had actually worked on the game, in a way, we kind of did facilitate some work like game testers, because we did give them some feedback on some mechanics of the game, and I won't say what, but they did listen to us on a few things, so there's probably a couple of things in the game as it exists now that might be the way it is because we told them, hey, this might be a good idea. But they've also worked on games that had been out like already before making a strategy guide. In the case of Elden Ring, we started working on that project for writing the guidebooks well before the game was released, and that did mean that we were playing a version of the game that was pre-release, or even a couple of different build versions. But you know, we're still working on the last touches of the second book for it to be released, so obviously it's not like the first book or the second book got released, you know, before the game came out. So that one's kind of like a little bit of both, if you will. So we have like a tower card and a lover's card. I forgot to read the description of the tower. Tarot card depicting the 6 major arcanum lovers. 6 lovers, okay. I don't think we have a reason to come back in this hallway unless we want to go up this ladder again. But that room we're done with. We can always come back in here if we want to save. I guess we'll have a reason probably to come back to this computer because there was a second disk slot. HD has Miyazaki on speed dial. Yeah, sure. "16th Major Arcanum Tower." Okay. So we got 6 and 16. I guess I'll stick with the shotgun for a moment, but we're probably going to have to switch back. You know what? Here. Put that away. We wanted something with a single shot to be able to kill the frequency, I don't know what the hell to call those ones. The really, really creepy frequency fuckers that make you see duplicates of themselves and put shit all over your screen. It's not like we couldn't kill one with a shotgun, and they probably don't take a lot of damage to kill, but... I think we'll go this way. I kind of remember exactly where I want to go here for all this. Alright, so we're not doing this yet. these enemies are going to get up, I'm sure. If I keep my distance from them, they might not wake up as quickly. They have a tendency to like to get up like as you go past them. That guy was this way. My only difficulty when I'm doing this at times is sometimes it's not easy to actually aim with these guns. Particularly when they put a bunch of shit on your screen like that, but I'm gonna leave the room and come back just to try to reset their positions a little bit. I still don't know if it's leaving room-based or time-based or both. Seems to be more time-based, I think. Apparently I didn't get the stomp. It's alright. Okay. Oh, there's a stun prod there. We'll take that. Reunification. Reunification at any cost. Orbital defense cannon battery Veneta 12. Bayan and Kitez in our crosshairs. Artillery divisions of the People's Army. This is maybe telling me something about the whole Eclipse thing, because there's like a puzzle that we need to figure out, but I still don't know that we have all the information for that. So many enemies, man. This must be the solution to a puzzle. Pareidolia. I don't know why that word is so hard to say. It's the EI. And I keep wanting to add like an extra syllable after the D for some reason. Bioresonance technology and its limitations. No other technology has shaped our nation as bioresonance has. Would we ever have been able to free ourselves from the stranglehold of the Empire without the support of replicas? Essential technologies like climaforming and induced gravity would be impossible without bioresonance technology. Despite that, it feels like we've made little effort to really understand or replicate bioresonant effects with conventional technology. Our progress in the development of electronics and microprocessors has stagnated for nearly a century now as we focus solely on new ways to instrumentalize this barely understood phenomenon. Take replica production, for example. The process of duplicating a neural pattern from a Gestalt host to a replica brain is still not fully understood. How does synchronicity happen? Why is the duplicate imperfect? What happens to pre-existing patterns in the receiving brain? Recreating a replica purely with microprocessors and digital programming may be far out of reach, but I believe that we've become overly dependent on a poorly understood technology controlled solely by a few gifted individuals. It may not be long before we're back where we were under the Empire. Interesting that it says Elster to begin with. Mond and Tokter. I don't know if we know the code for this yet. We'll come back to it. Alright, so we got rifle and thermite. Let's grab a thermite flare. We can burn the shield enemy that's wandering here. I'm not sure that we'll need to, but... I need to find like a good angle to do it, though, is the only problem. Maybe... we might come through here a fair bit, I'm not sure. I kind of want to burn this cone head. I'll hold off. A little bit of this game that I've seen reminds me of the underground secret lab that you have to cheat into in Undertale. Yeah, I've still never played Undertale. I mean, I've seen plenty of it, but... Speen. Oh, there's 2 shield enemies. Maybe we want to just try... Oh, there's 4 enemies in this room. You know what? This seems stupid, but, did that really... It burned the wrong one. I hope it somehow burned both of you, even though I'm quite certain it didn't. That is not who I wanted to burn. Right, we're gonna make a beeline for the other side here. Shotgun shells, repair patches. What else? Another disc. Some more submachine gun ammo. I need to see what's on the other side here before I choose anything. I don't know if I've been here before. I don't seem to have. I keep forgetting I have a map now. I gotta make sure I'm using that. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. So many enemies. Okay, so now we're back here. There's a save if we go to the ladder. I hate going through this apartment, though. Because I know these enemies that are on the floor that we just walked by are going to get back up. I don't know that we have lots of choice, though. We're going to have to start getting rid of some stuff. I want to see if I can find another way to get to where we're trying to go. Or if there's just another short or save somewhere. There's another butterfly box? Or, okay, it's not a butterfly, but... Oh, that's what we're going to need the magpie thing for. Did I happen to set it back to magpie by any chance? Yep, okay, that still works. So we got a key and a card in here. So that was what the antenna puzzle was for, I suppose. Maybe there's some other reason for it too, but I would be surprised if there wasn't, since there were 3 things we could set it to. We've got a lot of stuff to pick up. A lot of different ways to go. At least they gave me a map again, though. I'd be upset if we didn't have a map. Okay, I only have one way I can go in this one. Some metal debris is caught in the light well's netting. seem like we're meant to do something with this. Oh. Don't pick that up yet. I'm leaving so much stuff behind. I think we might even need our light in there, but I don't want to walk in there with the light on, since it's obviously just going to aggro everything. Man, oh man, there is a lot of stuff. Okay. Let's go get the items out of the box that we just opened. There's an auto injector in here, but that should be it. We got the photo store key. Now we need to make our way back to a storage box, which I guess will go this way, but it's going to be annoying to do. Maybe not. We got kind of favorable positioning that time. I don't think that was blocked before. I also don't really see the bodies of the enemies that I killed here originally. I also have to remember to try to get the disc. I'm going to just try to just start grabbing items that I left around places and whatnot. We have a lot of stuff to pick up. Oh no, I guess the bodies are still there. Alright, now I gotta figure out where everything was. This is, again, the one thing I kind of wish they would, like, leave certain icons on the map. I mean, they do with, like, these little, I don't know what to call them. They look like little kite shields. They're all gray now, which means I've done everything there is to do there. Yeah, this is where the painting was, but that's blocked now. Or wait, was that the... No, that was that floor. Okay, let's just see what we can figure out. Go back. Oh no. Isn't that the way I just came out of? It's blocked now. Maybe we can use the store key on that one. Room 0512. I guess we can try it since we're here. These little flesh blockages are not super great. I was not expecting to open a shortcut just to have it immediately blocked off. Because that's, I mean, having the painting room or something blocked is one thing, because we don't even need to go back in there, but having one of our shortcuts that we opened up. Oh, it's the patient key, actually. Might as well just open it. Pretty hyped for Silent Hill Townfall and Silent Hill F. I haven't really looked into either one of them that much, but they do look interesting. I'm really not sure how I feel about the Silent Hill 2 remake. I don't think it necessarily looks bad. I know a lot of people are like, James Sunderland looks terrible. I'm like, I don't know, he just looks more like a real person. I'm not saying he looks amazing or anything. I'm just saying he doesn't necessarily look bad. Because he just looks like a video game character in the first one, and yeah, he's got a very different look, I'll give you that, but like he still looks more like a real actual person. With that said, it's being made by Bloober Team, and I don't know if that's a great thing. um, we'll see. As far as development studios go, it doesn't seem like you can be tons worse than Bloober, to be honest. Maybe you know, a bit, but considering they seem to have kind of like copy pasted their way to success with a lot of stuff, I'm really not too keen on them. I didn't even know that the Layers of Fear games were theirs, because those were like the only ones I thought were like, I mean, I didn't really know anything about the second game, but I watched Charlie play the first one, and I had seen other people play it before that, and was like, you know, it's okay. Where the fuck was the patient room? I just, like, went back to it a second ago. Is it up the ladder? Hold on. It wasn't there, I don't think. Maybe there? But, so we go down through here, maybe? I'm getting all turned around again. This doesn't seem right. It just says that's the Metro Plat. That can't be the patient key room. I like went right into another hallway and then it was right there, but I don't think it was the one that was where the new blockage was. Or maybe it was, I don't know. That was up here, I think. So we'll go back up the ladder. Maybe that's what I did wrong. But yeah, I mean, the art that they use in the Layers of Fear games is apparently a lot of other people's art that they just kind of like put through filters and shit like that, and every other like game that they've ever made is basically like a ripoff of somebody else's game. So it would seem. Oh, I must have already had it equipped. Okay, so we found where our cards are going. Dream diary. 6th night. I dreamt I was an imperial farmer. I embraced my lover in the red deserts of Kitez when a storm consumed us, the sand grinding us down until nothing remained. 13th night. I was a worker in the mines of Lang. You know, this is just going to tell us what the cards, order of the cards is supposed to be. I'll read that when we come back to do that. Okay, meat room. Okay. Just gonna take a little trip to the meat room. So. I'm sure there's more shit in this area we need to go back to get. The problem is, now with this door blocked, we can't go that way, and it doesn't say it's blocked. It looks like we can maybe go through the dark apartment, but I know there's a bunch of enemies there, too. So I feel like it's better to go the long way around right now. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but... There was a thing of flares in the hallway. The hospital hallway, I think. But again, we gotta go the long way around to get there. For, like, the flare gun, I mean. We gotta, like, definitely burn a few more enemies if we can, because... I mean, obviously our ammo is there to get around using and doing some of that, but, like... I feel like this door was just locked. I kind of wish I could click on it and it would tell me. This one we needed the keypad for. Or the code for, I mean. On not this floor, maybe down here somewhere, or the other floor, there was a red disc that we need to get. Let me run in here and save it real quick. And then we can bring the red disc back to the computer here. And that'll tell us something else. Yeah, everything is starting to feel a little micromanagey. Not in a super bad way. Like I said, it's fine. It's just that we often have to, like, down enemies and then come back to a storage box just to get a different gun, because we don't really have the inventory space to carry multiple guns and still pick things up. In fact, just carrying one gun plus ammo, it, you know, leaves us with, like, only enough space to carry, you know, like, one or two items, if we also intend to carry, like, some heals and a sub-item, like a flashlight, which we often need. Because I don't want to have to backtrack just to pick up the flashlight most of the time, unless I know that I've explored everywhere and no longer need it. Then I can let it go. The meat grinder took us down to Metro, I think. Then we took the fire escape back up, so we could go through the meat grinder. Or maybe we just go through the alley. I don't know, man. This whole thing's a little confusing. I knew I was going to get tagged there. I was not expecting to get tagged twice. Thought I'd get past you. Of course. Okay. And you didn't get burned. The one that I wanted to get burned, which is really annoying. Where was that fucking disc? I guess we also need to pick up other things too. We need to figure out the safe in the butterfly room. I feel like this is our solution to it. I just don't know what this means. Pareidolia. It's not like... Yeah, it's just 4 butterflies, and it's probably some sort of, like, you know, what do they look like, right? So, this looks like an A, this looks like an E, this looks like an O and an N. Okay, so Aeon? If that's what it is, it's a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. Because we know Aeon's a used word in this. Okay, that was the solution. You just got little cocoons in here? I hope that's what they are. A little bit weird. Okay, we read that already. Alright, well, at least we figured that out. So it's another card, but now again we gotta find our way back to another box because we only have so much space, and I don't want to just leave ammo laying around everywhere. But in order to get back to another box, we gotta kill a number of things because there's too much shit in our way, and they didn't provide us with, like, a close-by save room here. The safest way is to go back the way we just came, and it's already got a number of enemies this way. We could maybe... Yeah, if we go down here, actually, this gives us a better avenue. Yeah, that works. That's not too bad, at least. Alright, so there's those. Let me save it again. I'm gonna have to, like, figure out where the red disc was again, because I honestly don't really remember now. Like, which room it was in. Maybe up here? We could come out here really quick and hope to... Wait, no, that's... This is where we came down from. That's the underside of the meat grinder. The scanner we haven't figured out yet. This door we might have the key to. Let's check and see if the paint shop key or whatever it was works. Photoshop key, maybe? Store, yeah, photo key. Okay. Actually, if it is, we should also bring this with us. I'm assuming, yeah, this will be for that store. I just don't know if it is the place, but I don't... I feel like it almost has to be. don't get up. Thank you. And if you would be so kind as to not aggro, that would be really nice. Okay, that was the correct one. Sweet. In here, we can pick this up. I have machine gun ammo on me, though it's a lot, so... Okay. Developer fluid, I guess we might as well pick up. People's Army, 5th Venetan Infantry Division, Unit 12. Anna, Lena, Lilith, Helena, Elise, Nutberga, Birgit, and Rebecca. Okay, so I guess we aren't using the developing stuff in here. Assumed we would, but this door is closed. That appears to be it, so... Alright, so this goes to something else then. Bottle of photographic quick developing fluid. Develops and fixes photographs in seconds. Simply soak in the undeveloped fluid. Photo in the fluid. Actually, can we just... Okay. That's what it's for. The photograph that was inside the developing tank. I assumed we had to, like, find, like, a basin somewhere, but apparently we just... No. The photo shows some kind of digital dot matrix code. I wonder what kind of machine. Okay, that's gotta be for the scanner, then. Which is right over there. I do like when they put two puzzly things right next to each other. Not exactly next to, but close. Sneaky, sneaky. Sun card. We might have all the cards now, or we're maybe short one. Leaving. I've been found out. I'm sure the white-haired girl working at the photo store in Sector C is bioresonant. Be careful. They don't pay me enough to take any more risks. I'm on the next ship to Kitez tomorrow. Meet me at the docks in Sector N if you want to bail too. Okay. So that's done. Let's make our way back this way. Are we collecting tarot cards again for the tarot card puzzle? Why is there a tarot card puzzle? I don't know. Also, where did the other... Oh, it's like... The other enemy that was in here seems to have disappeared suddenly, which is a little weird. A little disconcerting. Solid sneak. And we're good. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we're missing one still. I want to say there were 6 places. Pretty sure. We still got to go get the red disc and probably put that in the computer, and that'll probably open up something else that eventually leads us to the final card, would be my guess. And then we still have to solve the central puzzle, but I think we have to solve the tarot puzzle before we can do that. I still don't know if this door was locked. I think it's a shortcut door. And I don't remember if we ever got a code for this keypad. I don't think so. Unless maybe we got like an ID and I forgot. Doesn't seem like it. So, garbage chute. Did we get everything from out of here? The moon murals is the main puzzle I was talking about. I think we got everything on this floor, or most everything. Yeah, we got everything from the garbage chute. I remember that. So we gotta go back up. Now we gotta get around a bunch of bullshit. try to, but we at least have a bit more ammo for our machine gun now. Oh, there's the disc that we need to. That's good. There's also a bunch of stuff in here, though. We only have one space, so we can choose. Well, we might as well pick this up, or at least as much as it'll give us. Which was all of it, so that's good. And then there's a repair patch that I guess we'll just leave, because we want the shotgun shells over that. And one repair patch is not really the end of the world if we leave it here. So now my question, especially since this other door is blocked. If this door is blocked, that door is blocked too. We don't need anything out of the apartment anymore, I don't believe, but we'd like to get back into the hospital hallway for the flares that are there. But now the only way to even get there is through the atrium, which means going through the dark apartment, which has like several enemies in it too. We may have to just say fuck the flares that are in there, as much as I would like to have them. I feel like we're gonna have to spend a lot of resources just to get through there. Is this like a chute you can jump down? It is, okay. I was curious about that. I don't know if that was what we should have done, but I wanted to know. If we jump down to the meat grinder, we'll end up back here, which would probably be okay. Otherwise, I guess if we just come back this way, there shouldn't be any enemies in our way right now. Yeah, let's just head back to the computer room. I don't think we need anything else right at the moment. Okay, making progress. We're getting there. It's just those weird meat blockages that are kind of a pain in the ass, because I don't really know if I'm meant to do anything with them or just try to figure shit out. It's weird that they'd block off like a corridor, though. I don't think I'm a good enough gamer to not be annoyed if I would play horror, if I'm totally honest. Although I don't think I'm bad at Elden Ring. I don't get annoyed dying over and over to Millennia. I feel like most people tend to die to her pretty frequently. Depending on the type of player you are, it's just gonna... you're either going to kind of just let yourself die a bunch until you get it, or, you know, you'll eventually get kind of tilted. I tend to get a little bit more tilted over, like, if I feel like I'm playing bad, or if I feel like the game is just kind of being a little unfair. Like, I did play a little bit more Fury last night, and I managed to beat the third boss in just 2 tries. So he did down me once, and the whole thing, I had the exact same issue that I did way back when I played it originally, which was just that his parry timings are really fucking weird, because his sword flashes the way that everyone else's does, but it just seems like it's not just his sword, it's like everything with that boss you have to do just like the tiniest little like 1/10 of a millisecond later than you think you're supposed to, and that's the problem. Because so it's not, you know, that my controller had input delays, it's not so much that my reaction times were bad, it's that the game's own indication to tell you when you're supposed to parry is actually slightly too early for that boss. Now you can still time it out, and I know that's how I originally defeated him when I first played it too. But like every other boss, like it just seems like, you know, you see their weapon flash and you hit the parry button like kind of as it happens, or like once you see the flash and react to it, and you'll parry just fine. With that guy, you hit it in that same timing and he hits you anyway. Because it's just like, what the fuck? And then you realize it's just like, oh, it's because he's actually slightly later than it appears to be. And I had trouble working that out the first time I played, because, you know, I was also trying to stream at the same time, and it was difficult to figure it out like quickly on the fly, like to see precisely what the timing was. And a lot of my issue at that time too was like, I figured, okay, maybe I just need to be slightly earlier or slightly later. And I was like, okay, well, slightly earlier isn't working. And then I tried slightly later, and it seemed like that wasn't working too, because I was just a little too slow. But that's the problem, is that the parry window in that game is very tight. Like, you have to be pretty spot on, and if they fuck up by making the animation, like, ever so slow like that, then they're really kind of fucking you over a little bit, I feel. Label says patience. So we need Erica or Isolde Ito, I believe. It says they're both born on Veneta, so it's one of the two of them. 56524. They both say 56524. So I guess that's the code. Shop assistant. Okay, it must be Isolde technically because she's the shop assistant, or at least I would assume so. Minor fracture left shin, double fracture right arm, major laceration forehead, doctor's notes. Regularly treated for small lesions, very prone to accidents. Sprained ankle, grade 1. Doctor's notes, very active in sporting activities. I wonder why her... I guess she's not the only one with like a weird fucked up profile. It's like all corrupted. They both say 56524, and I don't know what else would potentially change. Their date of birth is apparently also the same. But I'm assuming it's got to be 56524, unless it's just, you know, the last 4 digits or something like that. It could be 0524. Arian got that white hair, though. Siegfried. Nikolai. Okay. 56524, or something like out of that. Melania is fun enough for me to make it not matter, I think. Bonk can only bonk, so I can't really cheat with that one. Oh, the bonk character doesn't do summons, and I haven't died to Margit, Godric, or Renala. That's the main bosses I've done so far. They're all pretty easy, though. But I expect dying to Radahn, for example. I feel like Radahn's not too bad. I feel like you had also said that you had struggled with him previously, so maybe you expect to struggle with him more. What do you have with your bonk build? Are you just using like a club or some other big weapon? I don't feel like Radahn is really that difficult. Now, mind you, he's not a pushover necessarily. I mean, if you really are, he doesn't require the practice that like Millennia requires, is what I'm saying. But I don't mean that to say that he's like child's play either. Like, you know, a lot of people are going to struggle with Radahn for different reasons, especially depending on what kind of build you have. Large club with the Blythe mask, and that's it. That makes sense. Okay, the keypad's in there. I'm pretty sure that other door is a shortcut door. It might be a key door, but I don't think so. I want to say it just didn't open from that side. Okay, it was the full thing. I thought originally it had said something about being the last 4 digits. Okay, that does open up into there. Song of the Gods. Possession and distribution of this publication is prohibited and punishable by the 4th Cultural Protection Act. A little weird that they'd even have it then. There exists a connection between all of us that few are fully aware of. a song that we all dance to, but few can hear. This deep vibration of the cosmos cannot just be heard and felt. We all resonate in harmony with it, shaping it, deforming it around us. The select few who can consciously perceive it often fear it. Too oppressive is the sound of the stars, too invasive the noise of the unaware around them, polluting the song with their fickle emotions. But every once in a while, some are born that cannot only hear and play this music of the worlds, but who can conduct it. Gifted individuals capable of manipulating the essence of the world around them. Many believe that the Grand Empress is such a being. Her immense will bent humanity into the empire of Yusan and lifted us to the stars. It was her power that imbued life into the first of the machine servants that now carry the weight of the empire on their carbon steel backs. Sorry, I'm still groggy, trying to let the yawns out. I don't know if you ever get that. Like, it depends on how often you talk or whatever, but if you go to, like, read something out loud and you're kind of groggy, it just makes you want to yawn more. I don't know. It's your brain trying to say, to wake up, basically, but... Welcome back, OP. How's it going? Is it going well? Yeah, it's going pretty well. Definitely it's gotten more difficult. A lot of the rooms have way more enemies in them now in the third chapter, or act, whatever you want to call it. Does ER have strength scaling katanas? Yes. Not only can you make ones that can scale with strength, although I wouldn't recommend that as much for katana build, but the meteoric ore blade that you can find in Kaled, in the one ruins, I forget what the fuck the name of the ruins is, but it's pretty early on. It's basically near the swamp of Aeonia. You go down in those ruins, you get that. It's strength intelligence scaling. Yes. So it's really good for like a strength caster build. So if you're doing like sorcery and strength, but even if you're just doing strength, it's a good sword. It also has really good stance damage if you're using its like overhead R2 and whatnot. I couldn't find her. I've looked everywhere, but she's not here anymore. I can't go on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to fight you. It's looking that way. You're turning all red and shit. Unless you're just gonna like melt into the floor, maybe. It's sad though. Issa was looking for Erica. Was Issa supposed to be Isolde? Like a nickname for her? Or just a different person? Yeah, okay. That confirms what I just was asking. So Issa was a nickname for Isolde, and then Erica is who she was looking for. Picture is badly damaged. There's the death card. Alright, so that's all the cards. Auto injector, I suppose we could grab while we're here. I don't think there's anything else, so I suppose we might. And then we got to make our way back here and then figure out our route to where we're going to do the tarot card puzzle. There's enemies in here, too. We don't necessarily need to go this way, although it does lead us right to a thing. Where's the meat room again? It's on the top floor. Dentist room. Did that change? That changed. Sneaky. Maybe, unless I'm very confused somehow. I'm pretty sure the dentist room, unless it's a different room, this said meat room before, didn't it? One of the rooms said meat room. I don't remember there being a room that said dentist room, which is why I'm saying I think it's this one. Didn't one of the rooms say meat room? I remember reacting to it. Oh, no, wait, this one says meat room. I'm sorry. That's that one. The one on the very left. I just didn't read the dentist room, and I just missed this because it says tarot table at the top. Which is what we were looking for, and then I just completely, forgot. Alright, never mind. I'm just blind. As usual. Alright. So we do need to go up, but the problem is a lot of our shit's blocked off. So in order to get there, we need to go... I think we can still get there through the ladder room, unless that's blocked now suddenly. So we want to go back through here, go up this way. Yes. It's less enemies in our way if we do that, even though there are a lot of enemies out here. Give them a second to reset. Again, I don't necessarily need to be quite so precious with all our ammo, but I'm trying not to, go into, guns blazing combat in every single room we go through, because there's a lot of enemies, and I don't want to be in a rough position for ammo and heals by the time we get to the end. It kind of looked like they hit each other for a second there. Oh, this is... Oh yeah, this thing was caught in the thing. Dial ring. I think that's the item we needed that was up in the upper atrium, so I don't think we have to worry about getting that now, because I completely forgot about that. The question is, can we get back up the way we came, or do we have to go through a bunch of enemies to get to where we want to go? I don't know that I need to do this, but I'm going to stash the death card and the auto-injector just to free up our space. Okay. And also I want to save it. The only room scarier than the meat room. Okay. Also, Talking Sandwich, I don't know if I said hi, but I did see you come in. So hello, if I didn't say hello already. You're doing well. And now you, on the other hand... It's just you, and I felt like shooting something. Okay, now we want to go just right here. Oh wait, we need the tarot cards now for all that. Why did I think there was something closer that I needed to do? I guess I was technically checking to see if everything was blocked or not, so... Now that I know that it's not, we can just... Taking care of the one enemy in our way. We just... I guess make a bunch of space in our inventory and take the cards up. Now, we could take them up, 3 at a time so that we make sure we carry some stuff back up with us, just in case, which would probably be the wise move. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I know it's a little slow, but if I take all 6 cards at once, unless I'm forced to bring up all 6 at once, I'd prefer to not have an completely, helpless inventory setup if there's enemies we gotta like weave around or whatever out here and stuff, I don't want to be completely without guns and ammo and heals. Alright, so I don't know what's what, but maybe it'll let me place cards down and move them. Hold on. We know right now in our inventory we have Lover's Death and Tower. Sixth Night. So that'll be for the 6th Arcanum. Hold on. What numbers do we have again? Lovers is 6. Tower is 16. Death is 13. So this should be Lovers in theory. Kitez. Mind you, I'm not exactly reading it, so we'll see if that ends up being the case. 13 is Death. I was a worker in the mines of Lang when I was consumed by a shapeless mass of flesh, my flesh joining with the flesh of many others, until only my bones remained. My mind joined the collective flesh which persists beyond death. So, in theory, Death is Lang. 16. At least they're in order. As a storm raged in the sky, I fell from a ruined skyscraper on Veneta, but I never reached the ocean below. I kept falling when suddenly lightning struck the building and I woke up. So, Death is Lang and Veneta is the tower. Let's go get the other 3 cards. Hopefully we're doing this properly. Go grab these. This is an Elden Ring friendly chat. Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't really click on your link right now because I'd have to alt-tab out of the game, but I'll check it here in a bit. Unfortunately, this game, it has a full screen mode, which runs fine, and if I do alt-tab out of it, it doesn't completely mess with all my OBS stuff like some games do. Thankfully, it doesn't, but, even so, it makes it a little awkward to, like, go in and out of for streaming. It does have a windowed mode to play in, which, you know, mind you, would allow me to do that, but then I also have to play in a regular window, and it doesn't scale super well. Because this game doesn't appear to have borderless window, unfortunately. Or at least it doesn't yet. Maybe it will at some point. Okay. So we're looking at 17, 18, and 19. Didn't really read any of these, but I didn't read Death either. I guess it doesn't really tell you anything else. Okay, so it only tells me 18 and 19, and then we just have to do the final one is 17. So 18 is Rodfront, 19 is Bayan. It's in theory. Let me read them at least, since I didn't before. I was floating in the sunless sea below the ice of Rodfront when I saw a large creature move in the darkness below me in the moon's dark core. 19th night. I saw a burning eye in the sky above the clouds of Bayan. I was walking through the floating imperial palace when the gaze of the sun, like iris, burned my body to ashes. 18 Rodfront, 19 Bayan. So the sun is Bayan, which makes sense, especially from the dream. The moon is Rodfront, which they kind of just describe the cards in the dreams anyway, or at least to a degree. And then finally, Haymat is 17, which is the star, which they had no dream for. Okay, and that tells us, I didn't even check the switch yet, but I was waiting for something to happen. So this tells us the order of these as well, but okay, I'm probably gonna need my eye for this, because I don't know if I'm gonna remember it. because it's not just, it'd be one thing if it was just like put things in this order, but they're not arranged the same way in the lunar puzzle, and I have to remember the names of the planets and the symbols associated with them. So instead of trying to remember all that info, I will go get my eyeball. And then one more trip should do us, and we can finish up with this area. I wouldn't mind getting those flares and shit that I left in that one area, but I really don't want to have to go through all the hell that is like probably several tanky enemies to get to whatever I missed in the one hallway, so it wasn't much. I know I got most of the stuff out of that area. It was just a couple of things that would have been useful to have, but it's not the end of the world. We could probably bring the flashlight with us, but well, we don't need to right now. We'll come back. Okay. Last trip here. Some more pictures and close-ups if you just visit the site and want to see, but a little love letter to the game. Cool. We're definitely Elden Ring fans around here, for sure. Alright, just to be on the safe side, in case we suddenly get sucked through a hole or some shit, which I don't think we will, but I'm gonna just grab... I mean, we shouldn't need the flashlight yet, right? Because, like, if we do get sucked through a hole, it's not gonna put us in a dark room instantly. That would be really dumb. I guess we're okay with what we have. Let me just save it. We can always reload if we need to. I think it's just going to open the central hole in there, and then we can come back and grab what we want. There will likely be some sort of battle after that, I would guess, but maybe not. Or possibly the enemy here will... Oh, right, I forgot about the dial thing. What's this all about? A large metal ring with cutouts in the front and back. Maybe we need it for the puzzle, but I'm not sure. Looks like it fits into some sort of clock-like mechanism. This might just open kind of a doorway here, so... Alright. Bayan is circle, which is what we have already. Like a full moon. Haymat is... Okay, almost reversed here. I guess like that. It's not oriented quite the same way, but that looks proper at least. Veneta is the same thing. Unless it's meant to go the other way for some reason, which it might. Okay. Tez. Oh no, now that shows the other direction. Okay. Lang is just like a little sliver crescent moon, and then the rot front is an eclipse. So... Oh, I see. There was a dial missing, so we couldn't even do the puzzle. I think that we just do it empty like this. Something's not right. Maybe it's the other way around. Wait, the light was on, I think. Well. Either that or I have something incorrect still. I guess that was just random. Alright, what are we missing? Veneta, Haymat, both. Kitez. Those seem appropriate to me, unless that's, like, somehow not enough. But that just leaves, like, a tiny sliver, so... Oh my god, these things are kind of annoying to use. So... what am I missing here? Because they appear to be oriented properly. The little enemy in the room doesn't seem to want to get up or anything like that. I must be doing something wrong, right? So I need like a flashlight to see down the corridor for some reason. Yeah, the light just, I guess it's just swinging very slowly or something. Again, I could have, it's possible that I have something backwards here. What about... doesn't really seem like a negative space thing so much. Like it kind of only seems like that works the one way. Haymat, Veneta, both left. Kitez is to the right. Lang is to the right. Oh, wait. It's to the left. Oh, I have it backwards. Okay. Oh, no, I still did it wrong. Okay. There. Still nothing? Maybe these are indeed switched? Okay, that's what it was. There we go. I just had Lang backwards and didn't realize it. And then, well, I guess these were also backwards too, but... it's not letting me back out. But we're back to where we were the one time. Here's the old king in yellow. Wooden wardrobe. Arian used to keep her clothes in here. It's still transmitting. What about if we switch to 195? The last seal is broken. It's time to go home. Pick up the king in yellow. Not yet. Computer screen is blank. Black and white pictures of the paintings Arian used to make. Old Imperials. Arian loved reading these. Textbooks on radio operation that used to belong to Arian's mother. These used to say something slightly different. Like, it didn't say that these were Arians. She was just, like, noting that a lot of these books, like, some of the books there were, like, illegal. The national flag, it's meaningless, yeah. Oh, there's this, too. We never could open this before. Locked requires a key, so maybe that's going to happen now. And then once again, this is closed up behind us. Door won't open yet. Leave the light alone. Okay. Book it is. I can't interact with any of that now, so I don't know if we were meant to learn anything from that signal. We have no map. We have no map, and once again, no items either. Got a pistol for me to use those bullets with? Workforce assignment for young Ariane. We have been informed that your compulsory military service period was recently completed. According to our files, you have previously graduated from Mandelbrot Polytechnical High School in Rotfront Sector C on R34.59C and have recently submitted an application for military service assignment Penrose program. You've been processed by Aeon Workforce Assignment. Previous work experience: store clerk, photo store, part-time, compulsory military service, long-range radio operations officer training. Should you not be accepted by a military service program by the end of the season or find other employment, you'll be assigned to the following workplace: S-23 Sierpinski Production and Mining Facility on Lang. Auntie's note. Ariane, I left some of yesterday's dinner in the fridge for you. You can warm it up when you get back from school. Please pick up the books your uncle ordered from the Ito bookstore on your way home. Remember to leave some space in your school bag for them this time so they don't get wet. Letter from Mother. My dearest Ariane, I am so glad to hear you're feeling better again. I was very worried when I heard from your aunt that you're in the hospital again. I still remember how you used to get sick so much as a child. Please don't overexert yourself, okay? The photo you sent me is very interesting. What a strange coincidence that she looks so much like you. You could be twins. Perhaps she is related to us somehow, though I don't know anyone named Sio in our family. From the looks of it, it was shot in Veneta. Your military service will begin soon, so you might be wearing a uniform like her soon enough. Please send me a photo when that happens. Love, Mother. Okay. Some doppelgangery things going on here. Gave me a lot of pistol ammo. So we could use the pistol for the moment. I don't know if I will. I think I got everything out of here. This is the end. Leave forever? No. Okay, maybe I'm gonna be over-prepared doing this, but, honestly, fuck the pistol. Give me the rifle, the submachine gun, I think. Then we have room for something else. I guess give me a couple more heals. In fact, actually, take that. Give me all of 6 that we can carry of those. And we can also carry one more gun if we want. Or a flashlight or something, or auto injectors. Bring the flare gun, but we'd only be able to carry 1 round for it, so that's not super useful. just the revolver with 6 shots. It's 6 strong shots. Maybe we're overthinking it a little bit, but I also can't carry tons of rifle ammo, to be fair, but they really wanted me to use the pistol. There might be more pistol ammo in there. I can always get rid of ammo if I need to, so let me just take the pistol for the hell of it. Save it, we'll give it a try. See whatever's coming up. If we have to reload, we can. For a better setup. Is it really going to be too dark to see? Do I need a flashlight? Okay, no. Having a flashlight through this probably wouldn't hurt, but... Adler's note. All efforts to contain this illness have been in vain. All the Gestalt workers have succumbed to it, leaving only dark shadows on walls and floors where they died. And soon all of us replica will have lost our senses and turned to writhing masses of flesh. I now believe it was not an infectious disease, nor some form of poison or radiation. It was a slow corruption of reality itself. As I've relived the same cycle over and over, each of the... Oh my god, I cannot fucking talk today. As I've relived the same cycle over and over, each time details change, things are twisted, added, removed. How long until all turns to nothing but noise? I gotta get more fucking sleep, man. Definitely sleep-deprived brain does not fucking process text super well. A red dream, a crashed ship, a strange gate, a hole in the ground, an island beyond reach, memories from other lives, dreams of suffering and loneliness, a promise, a search for someone lost. I saw her in the red emptiness waiting for me. We had made a promise as the memories of a stranger rushed into my mind. I felt the borders of myself blur. Now I can no longer tell where Falk ends and Elster begins. Wait, we're the fucking commander? No, that can't be right. I mean, I think it's more she was seeing us and in the red desert and started like knowing she was having dreams of us. It's possible we're the same person, but I feel like the Falk detail said that the Falks were also really tall. I could be wrong. That might have just been one of the other like commander types. But the Falk, the character, has also one we haven't seen throughout the entire game, so it would kind of make sense if it's supposed to just kind of be like the same person somehow. Maybe. Stop. You must turn back. There is nothing more for you there. You've tried so many times and you've failed every time. Don't you see that you're ruining everything? This is your final warning, Adler. I guess we'll see, buddy. Falk's memory. We were dancing to that song they start the broadcast with. We fell asleep watching that movie we had seen before so many times. If only I could take us back to that time when we were happy. These memories are mine now. It's possible we're going to meet her now. She may just be remembering our memories. Not so much that we're the same person, but because it seems like there's a lot of shared delusion going on and people are remembering past Gestalt lives from, you know, who were previously maybe human characters, you know, the neural patterning stuff, but there's some shared memory shit going on, I think, too. Yeah, I think this is Falk. We did meet her before, and that might have said Falk bedroom now that I think about it, so maybe we did know that, actually. Why did you return? There's nothing for you here. She'll never dance with us again, no matter what we do. She doesn't even want us anymore. Yeah, I think she was just remembering our memories. It's not that we're the same person. Both of us, we are incomplete. Let us become whole again. Okay. No space to carry spear. Alright, well, we'll go through some inventory stuff, I guess. Do I really want to ditch all of my ammo? Let's just try this. We can do it again if we have to. Stuff where I can. Oh, those still will hurt for a second. Alright, yeah, just don't move or anything. Good God, this part's getting a little annoying, though. Movement does get a little janky in this game at times. Good night. Thank you. Oh, there we go. I really wanted to pick up the rifle ammo that was there, or the submachine gun ammo, I mean, but... Kidding me? I've been playing Fury lately. You think you're gonna hit me with that shit? I do not have much in the way of ammo at this point now. I should have probably kept the submachine gun over the extra rifle ammo. Oh, maybe not. Can't see very well. Can you hit the one I'm trying to target, please? The fucking screen, dude. Why are we not reloading? Oh, I thought I had rifle ammo still. Okay. I can't see to really dodge shit, because I can't tell where the end of the arena is. Close to being down. You always want to go for more, don't you? And you're not giving me any items here, so we might get locked if you don't throw some fucking spears soon. That should not have hit me. Okay, come on, game. Can we move on with this phase, please? I have, like, nothing. Just throw some fucking spears or something. Thank you. Finally. It wasn't too hard to see where shit was, except for, like, the big blast she was doing were, like, because of the angle I was at with the glitchiness, it was really hard to tell if I was, like, quite out of the way. Also, her movement sometimes when especially when you're trying to turn, it's really easy to get stuck. So, like, not even on anything, she just kind of gets hung up in her movement on occasion. So, I was having trouble avoiding some of those. Not too bad altogether. A little weird, but but yeah, that's what I expected Falk to look like. I was gonna say, like, I thought maybe the one we saw in the bed that was comatose was her, but I wasn't sure. Now we are one. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Once again, you've returned. Are you really willing to go through with this once more? You've seen what happens. The world cannot take much more. This may be our last chance. If you go back, it'll all fall apart. You can't let that happen. What is it with everyone in eyeball stabs in this game? Nobody wants to get stabbed in the eye. Okay. Can't open my inventory or anything. Penrose Briefing Phase 2. Start of decrypted transmission. By our calculations, 1,500 cycles of mission time will have passed when you receive this message. Congratulations, comrade. By now you should have become fully acclimatized to your new life on board your ship. As you approach the Oort Cloud, your search for new worlds will begin. Utilizing the long-range sensors, you will scout for valuable resources, habitable worlds, or signs of alien life. Remember to rely on your replica to assist you in maintaining your vessel. We all wish you great success in your mission. Cycle 225. When I signed up for this mission, I just wanted to get away from everything. I was sick of rot front of school, of the photo store, sick of the fake smiles and the whispering behind people's backs. When I saw the photo of that soldier, I wondered who she was. Was she happy? Was her family proud of her? Did her comrades love her? Since we looked alike, could I have been like her? But in the end, I just wanted to leave. Nothing I had done or made ever meant anything to anyone, so why bother? Here, I'm finally free. I get to be by myself and do what I want. I can finally be happy. Penrose Briefing, Phase 3. Congratulations, you survived 3,000 cycles, reaching the final phase of the Penrose program. With the end of the operational lifetime of your replica unit approaching, it is time to prepare for the final phase of your mission. If you have not found a suitable world for landing by this point, accept that you will not. Find solace in the thought that others might be successful where you failed. As you are probably aware, your ship's spare parts and rations will soon be depleted. Life support systems and reactor shielding will soon begin to fail, and radiation may begin to leak from the cooling system. We recommend you do not attempt to prolong your suffering by reusing old filters or rationing supplies. Instead, make peace with your fate. We suggest that you ask your replica, while it is still functional, to spare you a slow and agonizing death, or that you take permanent rest in the cryogenic pod. Remember, you will die having served your nation by partaking in a glorious demonstration of our power. End of decrypted transmission. Yeah, okay. Cycle 648. Talked some more to the Elster unit. She's different from the replicas I knew back home. Nothing like my teachers or the Blockwart protector. I know she didn't have a choice, but it feels like she's also here because she didn't fit in. It's like we've run away from the world together. At first, I didn't like having someone around, and I was glad that she's quiet and didn't approach me, but lately I've missed having someone I can talk to. It's been so long since I've last seen another person. I never thought I'd miss it, except her. Everything is the same in here, always. Nothing ever changes. Another unfinished painting. There was never enough time. Radiation in here. Cycle. Hold on. Maybe we can just. I can't. I have to read it here. Cycle 1294 had a strange dream. I was listening to the radio with my mother. Like back then, the numbers were on, and mother was taking notes with a book on her lap. It was that book I saw in the shop window of the bookstore where the twins lived, the one with a yellow hooded figure on the cover. When I went there to buy it, it was gone, and Erica said the protectors had confiscated it. Or was it Issa? I can't remember. Cycle 1840. Everything is always the same. I feel like I'm trapped inside the ship. I know every bolt on every panel and every room of it. I've seen everything. I've done everything there is to do in here. I can't concentrate on anything, and I feel it's like there's this fog inside my head, and whenever I try to do anything, I just can't focus. I want to go outside. I want to breathe fresh air. I just want to feel the wind on my face and in my hair. Cycle 2503. I think I lost more hair. I'm sitting here getting older. Every time I wake up, I feel older, weaker, sicker. I get out of breath so easily lately, and my back hurts when I sit down. How much longer will this go on? It feels like I'm just slowly dying. The reactor's cooling system is leaking irradiated coolant everywhere. I tried my best to patch it up, but we eventually ran out of spare parts. I remember seeing some sort of note about someone who was like, their hair was falling out and their body was deteriorating. Cycle 5000 something. I'm tired of it all. Every time I go to sleep, I wonder if I'll wake up again. I'm scared that it will be the last time I say goodnight to her. Did I say it right? Will she be okay? What if one of us just won't wake up tomorrow? Cycle 5400 something. I don't want to die. I don't want to live anymore. Either. Everything is just so exhausting. I just want to lie down and disappear. I just want to sleep. Please just let me sleep. Please just make it stop. Yeah, that's what it was. It was like, please let me sleep. So I can't go that way. Is this us in here? I don't see any other notes to look at. I couldn't keep my promise despite my best efforts. I eventually fell ill too. It had to end this way. It's time. This is all that's left. Go home. Remember our promise. Elster. I can't do it. You have to do it. It's time for this to end. Please. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's the for real ending this time. That was really good. Definitely a very sad ending, but it kind of more or less explains, I think, what was going on. Like, some piece of... Maybe there's more to it, and I'm probably going to think about it over the next couple of days, but, you know, some piece of Elster is probably still alive, active, whatever you want to say. You know, I had suspected some of this might just be going on in her head, you know, especially with all, like, the memory stuff and everything. But that seems a lot more likely now that, you know, they just never got off the ship to begin with. And this is her, you know, futilely trying to reunite and save Ariane, you know, who's been, you know, probably dead for a while. Certainly sick and dying, which kind of, like, explains why she has, like, this bandaged appearance. But all the memories that we've been experiencing, you know, and stuff from her life are probably things that she's told us or shared with us over their time together, or, you know, who knows how they've bonded together with certain things. But yeah, it's a sad story. Basically, it's kind of a somber android's nightmare, if you will, but at the same time, like, there's a piece to it. Like, as in a peacefulness, I mean. Yeah, somehow she made it to cycle 5,000, over 5,000, like, probably 5,500 or something. The only thing that's been annoying throughout the ending here is that I was pretty badly hurt at the end of the boss fight, which I think set me into like not super danger, but pretty low HP, and it gives you like a little heartbeat vibration in your controller, and it's been stuck on this whole time. I don't know if that's intentional, but I don't think it's supposed to be continuing through the end credits, so. But I'm holding my controller so it's not vibrating on the desk. Not that it's like really bad, it's kind of like a subtle, slow beat. But I do wish it had not gotten stuck on. That wasn't intentional. And I'm assuming it's just because my health state when I transitioned from the end of the boss fight into the epilogue here was just still like super low. But it's not like I could go into my inventory or anything. You don't like vibrations? No, of course not. I don't like no vibrations. GG on beating the game, thank you. Yeah, no, it was really good. I really enjoyed this game a lot. I probably could have played this a lot less me, the way I normally play these games. And this happens a lot. It just depends on how a survival horror game is structured. I feel like a lot of Resident Evil games do it really well, where if I'm being conservative with my ammunition stuff, by the end of the game, I'll have spent an adequate amount where I don't feel like I've got too little ammo or too much ammo by the end. Especially if you're playing on like harder difficulties. If you're playing on easier difficulties, you can tend to just kind of waste ammo and it's not a big deal. And not every Resident Evil game and stuff like that does it the same way. And obviously Silent Hill's even harder because you usually don't have any guarantee on anything pretty much. But even with like RPGs and stuff like that, and Dodo can certainly attest to this, like, you know, I'm very meticulous and often feel like, oh, I should go back for this and go get that, make sure I'm being efficient and make sure I'm doing this. You know, whether that's co-op RPGs or single player, you know, I just have a tendency to like save frequently if there's a save option. 91 saves. Now, if I played this game again, considering I didn't die at all, it did say I cheated death once. I do appreciate that statistic because it shows that I would have died, and I'm assuming that was probably during the first boss fight because I only had auto injectors with me. Well, I might have had some heals too, but I was relying on the auto injectors to heal me, so I just didn't bother to heal. And there was one spot where I got kind of cornered and just took kind of a beating, and that was why, like, the other day I was like, have I died in this game? Because I think I might have died, and then people were saying, no, I don't think you did, because that was what I was thinking of. I think there was like one or two occasions where I got like cornered and just was getting smacked like repeatedly by enemies, and I was just like, I probably died once. Shots fired. Enemies killed says 119, which is a little bit of an interesting one because I'm assuming that means enemies downed, because I clearly did not burn, like incinerate 119 enemies. Certain enemies don't get back up, like the minas don't get back up, the radio frequency jammer enemies don't get back up, I don't think. Maybe one or two other things, but for the most part, you know, everything else can. Apparently there are other endings though, which is interesting because I sort of thought there'd only just be the one. Not because it's unusual, especially for like Silent Hill games to have different endings, but I'm wondering what you do to get other endings. Like, do you have to play a certain way? Like, just don't kill anything except for the bosses, like go super pacifist? Do you have to specifically ignore certain items and only pick up other ones, like, and that like alters your trajectory throughout the game? Because I was thinking about this before. I'm pretty sure I picked up every single key item I could. And the thing about that, there might have been some choices I could have taken there, like where it said, do you want to go through with this or do whatever? I might have been able to say no, and it might have changed. If you take too long, you get one ending. If you play medium fast but don't kill enough enemies, you get another. You got the one for playing aggressively. I played aggressively. I thought I was slow as shit. Or does that just mean for killing a number of enemies? Because I don't feel like I was fast. It took me almost 14 hours to beat the game. For killing and getting hit a lot. Okay. To be fair, I don't know how you... If taking damage is a factor, I don't know how you don't kill things and don't take damage. Because there's only so many places where you can just sneak around enemies, to be honest. There's a number of other ones where you can just juke past them, and I've done it several times, but a lot of places, especially with the way the movement works in this game, it's really difficult to get through certain corridors without getting smacked at least once. Especially if you, like, walk right back out of a room after something was chasing you, and then they're literally right in front of you as you walk in, and they just hit you immediately as you're walking into the door. You can bait out attacks. I mean, you can, and also you can, there's a melee shove you can do to, like, to get away from certain things. It's just that there's certain enemies that's really fucking not doable with consistently, like the long conehead enemies, for example. They lunge from a really long way away, and also the minas will just shoot at you, but those are, like, relatively avoidable. And there were definitely enemies that I killed that I didn't have to kill or shoot, but I've been in this screen for long enough for the music to loop. I don't know if I will play this again and try to get another ending, but we'll see. It's not going to be right now, probably. I think I need to be focusing on work anyway, but this week, if I get a chance to stream, maybe I will, and if I do, maybe I'll do something different. Maybe just something we don't have to do, like, a full playthrough of. Like, maybe I'll play some Rollerdrome or something. I don't know if I really want to stream Fury right now. I've been trying to, like, go back through it in my downtime, like, before it gets late at night. So I'll play and I'll do, like, one boss or two bosses and then call it a night. I've only done the first 3 again, so I think originally when I played it on stream, I know I beat the 4th boss. I can't remember if I beat the 5th or not. I remember seeing him, so I probably beat him, but I think I either ended after that or I just ended right after the 4th one. I don't recall, but I know I at least beat the 4th boss. And, if I play it off stream and decide that I enjoy the game again, or at least enjoy it enough to stream it a second time, then maybe I'll do that. But I just got really tilted the first time I played it because, like I said, the 3rd boss is really frustrating. I just feel like, and just having seen some of the consensus online about that boss, I feel like a lot of people just don't find him to be all that fun. But for me, the reason I got frustrated, and it seemed to solidify, like I was talking about it earlier, his timings are just really fucking janky. Like, you can parry all of his stuff consistently, but it just, everything about that boss just feels ever so slightly later than you're supposed to do shit. Parry timings in that game are very tight and difficult to sight read your first time through. But when you're parrying the first boss or parrying the second boss, it's not that big of a deal. You get it after, like, a couple of times you've seen their attacks. You know exactly what to do. With the Line, that's the 3rd boss, he does these attacks and you see his sword, glow or whatever, like he's gonna swing, and then you parry what seems like the correct timing, when you see the thing light up, and then you get hit anyway. And it just turns out that it's like there's like a fraction of a second, you got to do it a fraction of a second later than you think you need to do it. Or at least that was my experience. Because once I started finally kind of getting that, then I could do it consistently. But it just pissed me off that so many of his things, because it wasn't just with that, it was like some of his other attacks and stuff too, that were just like, the timings seemed off with that boss, and he's just unnecessarily frustrating because of that. Like I said, you can get used to it. It just doesn't seem like the way his attacks are presented they're just off. Like they're not quite right somehow. But he's not in any way unbeatable or anything. He's just frustrating because of that stupid shit. Anywho, yeah, that's gonna be it for Signalis. if I can do some other streaming throughout the week or next, what is